Did you know that Medicaid can take your home, your cars, and all your assets if you need care? And they can also do that after you're dead if you owe them money. So what can we do to protect our assets? And that's what we're going to talk about today. The first thing is Medicaid, just the basics, and we've discussed this before. So they will pay for long-term care, but you've got to have everything gone, all your assets gone. You have to have less than $2,000 in the bank, not anything over than that. And so if all this is fixing to take place and you know you're going to need care, and that's the problem. Most of us do not know, and we don't want to think ahead like that because Medicaid has a 5-year look back. So everything that I'm talking about today, you have to do within 5 years, okay? You can't have need care next year, 2 years, even 4.5 years. So they will find you and get your stuff. So 5 years is the look back period, okay? Now, the other thing I'm going to say at the very beginning is you need a lawyer. I don't care if you don't make that much money, you still need an elder attorney, okay? Because they can help you with all these things we're fixing to talk about to protect your assets. And some of them are simple. I'm definitely not a lawyer, and I don't know how to explain all this. That's why I'm telling you to get one. I do know what you can do to protect your assets, and I know that you need to protect your assets if you think you're going to need care. I think about my parents my mom will be 80 next week, but I don't think they're ever going to need care because they're healthier than I am. So you never know. In planning, even though I'm not great at that, thinking ahead and planning, this is definitely something that we need to think ahead and plan for. So, legal tools that protect your assets. First of all, you can gift your family or whoever you trust up to $19,000 a year. That's the federal IRS limit. You can gift your money to them to put in. You're going to keep it. You're trusting them to keep it for you. So, but you're gifting it to them so that it's not in your name. It's not your asset anymore. You can do that every year. But like I said, that has to be done 5 years in advance. Irrevocable trust, which I'm not even going to try to explain. Let's see. I know that they are very hard to undo. So whatever you're going to do with an irrevocable trust, make sure that that's what you want to do. I mean, it takes like everything out of your name. It's not yours anymore. And it's not easily undone. It's the ultimate in financial protection, though. Not only is principal from this type of trust exempt, but also its interest and dividends can remain safe. So that's like the ultimate thing. There's a pour-over trust. And like I said, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just looking at all these. I've been in doing lots of research on them myself. So this shields your assets from seizure while still offering easy access to funds, preventing money worries for either party in the future. So if you have a spouse, you can do a pour-over trust. There's also a spousal impoverishment act. So if your spouse is still alive and they're living in the house, they definitely can't take your house, no matter how much it costs. And then it provides legal protection for couples in this situation and can balance out any gaps between the exempted amount set by the state and what is needed for nursing home care if one partner requires it. Okay. Annuities, there again. Every state's different, and not all states offer this service. They help you maintain current Medicaid eligibility while transferring your assets into an annuity. You can check on your state. The other one is you can name yourself as a life tenant, and your loved one can be called the remainder man, which is creating a life estate where you can protect your house. Okay, there again. if it's over $750,000. Any unshielded assets that you don't take care of in the 5-year look back period, they can be lost for future generations, whatever you want to hand down, whether it be your family farm or your Lamborghini. I don't know. You just have to shield all of that before you need care. Now, of course, if you have a Lamborghini and more than $750,000 piece of property, more than likely you can afford long-term care. And you can probably afford to have somebody come and stay in your home and take care of you. So that's why it's almost comical to me when they put those numbers out there. You can protect yourself, though. Okay, and that's what we want. We don't want you to need Medicaid and not be able to get it because we haven't planned in advance. So I don't know if you've ever been through this with your family, Medicaid, estate recovery. If you have, let me know. Let me know the state you're from. And if you will like and comment below, subscribe to my channel so we can look at more stuff like this and nursing home care, which of course it's the Nursing Home Insider, and I think all of this goes together because you need to know what you're looking at, when you go into a home. So it's it used to be between $5,000 and $7,000. Now it's like $7,000 to $12,000 depending on where you stay. Easily $300 to $400 a day is what private pay costs to stay in a nursing home. So this is important. It's important to definitely know the 5-year look back period. Because none of us really want to think that far in advance. Especially, you're doing great today and who knows what you'll be like tomorrow. So, because if you wait until the crisis hits, it's too late. Because your loved one deserves better. Thanks.